Hey Adventures with Sarah. My name is Gabor. We are in Budapest at the tasting table. Andrew is here. We are doing an amazing tour with Adventures of Sarah. And this is our third and last night in Budapest. Tomorrow we're gonna hit the road to go to Vienna. So we're saying goodbye to Budapest in style and having a wine tasting dinner slash cooking party, cooking presentation here at the tasting table. So we focus on Hungarian wine here. We only work with Hungarian wine, and we do a lot of tastings, and we occasionally, for very special people, we do cooking classes and dinners, and this is what's happening now. In my glass, you can see one of our signature white wines. It's the name of the grape is Furmint, Furmint, and it's coming from the Tokaj region. Tokaj is very well known for the sweet wines, but actually, well, depending on the vintage, around 50% of the wine is actually dry, and dry Furmint is a killer, and I hope you guys agree. We decided that it has a bit of grapefruity aromas, it has green apple, green walnut aromas. It was aged in oak for 6 months, so it does have a bit of oakiness as well. And all of that and the later harvest gives it a nice creamy texture. It's kept fresh because it also has nice acidity. So it was a great one to have with the körözött. So this is a Hungarian dip. It's not only Hungarian, it's also made in, well, let's say in the former Austro-Hungarian monarchy. We call it körözött. Other nations have different names for it. It's a cottage cheese dip with paprika, onions, caraway seed, and I'm not going to tell you the rest of the secrets. You have to come here for that.
Yeah, I think everyone has to come on the tour to get the full-on recipes.
I know, and I believe if you check Sarah's website, there is already something up for next year, so don't hesitate. If you sign up quickly, then you'll for sure have a place. But maybe we should look in the kitchen, right?
Yeah, let's check it out. Let's check out the Chicken Paprikash.
Yes. This young man is Chef Tamás.
Welcome. Well, the ingredients right here. Very simple again. Paprika, main roll, black pepper, salt, a bit of chopped tomato just in season, piece of fresh bay leaf as a heart of everything, chopped garlic, and roughly chopped onion, a good amount. So we need a good sauce. Actually, this is onion sauce. So in the pot, it's just heating up some duck fat right here. It's just nice. So for pork, you use pork fat. For beef stew or goulash, you use pork fat. For chicken paprikash, you use duck fat. So let's get started. Turn on. Sweat off the onion. Medium high heat. Stir with a wooden spoon. So, almost from the chicken side right here, fresh from the market, straight away. So chicken use special care, take it special care, so just take off from the fridge just right now. You don't want to leave it too long outside, not more than 20 minutes. You know all about this safety instructions, so onion is sweating up. There is some secret ingredients. Pepper, different kind of form, ground paprika. Also, right here, some paprika paste. And salted. It's called édes onna in Hungarian.
Is that something we can get here? Or
Yes, absolutely. So it's different texture and different taste of paprika. It's all about the paprika. so paprikash. And so the main thing is just like I make the onion sauce, rich paprika seeds, garlic, and some peppery onion sauce, and I'm browning. I'm cooking the chicken skin side down with the sauce. So try to give with the sauce, try to give some kind of color, some brown color, some taste for the paprika. So that's the word it's coming from. So percured is coming from the word percury, so browning, searing off, whatever you call, medium high heat, give some color, so give some taste for it. That's when we creating taste is when the color, creating the taste is. So that's all about that. So there is some only one point you need to special care when you put the paprika on and the garlic, and it's the same thing. So if it's just too high, it's the temperature, or continuously stir it. If you forget about that, it burns quickly and easily, you get bitter taste. So this is the only thing you don't want to get. So that said, when I put the paprika and the garlic at the same time, I reduce the heat, medium, high heat, and I just continuously stir about a minute. So then I put a bit of liquid, the tomato juice, a bit of water, and then it's just already to get the bitter taste. So that's the only point you need to special care about. Otherwise, it's just very simple. So you can see the ingredients is very simple, the method is very simple, everything is so simple you can make it at home. So that's why I'm going to show that step by step, right? So the only thing you need is for a good amount of the good quality of paprika. What they used in, I also look in London kitchens, so what they mostly use there is middle quality small Spanish paprika. So this is something completely else. It's all about the color, the texture, not just giving vibrant color to the food, but also gives some good texture. It's thickening the food. So, sauteed, onion is sauteed, almost there. So you can see, let's just, so let's say, put on the garlic first. Right here, a good amount of paprika again. Smoked sweet. And now just, so a bit more. And now it's just stir continuously. You could just now feel the nice smell of the paprika is coming out. You can come closer if you want.
Come on in.
Nice
Come on in.
smell. So I reduce the heat a bit to 6. The electric is going until 9. So that's the smell we speak about, right? So I just chopped it roughly because at the end I tried to make the sauce for you smoothly. So I'm going to blend it with the mixer. So we don't need that much to chop finely, fine dicing. It's just so. We're almost there. You see? It's just the base. It's very simple. I put a bay leaf on, tomato. So put the heat up again to maximum. Add a bit of water. That's the kind of secret now. So with the liquid, it's just getting straight away saucy. So we're almost there. Kind of mushy. Not like the sauteed onion anymore, it's more like a bit of like an onion sauce. The base of the burger, so easy, right?
Gabor, what wine are we drinking with Chicken Paprikash?
Chicken type.
It's a sort of an easy one to pair wine with. Traditionally, we would drink lighter red with it, like a Kadorka, Kék Frankos. Tonight, I wanted to really impress you guys, so maybe I'm sort of over delivering, and I chose
Over delivering's okay.
Yeah, I know. I chose the Cabernet Franc.
Ooh,
So,
my favorite.
The southern part of Hungary, Villány. is focusing on this grape variety, Cabernet Franc. Here at the tasting table, we usually work with more indigenous varieties. There is one sort of newcomer that we let in the door, and that's Cabernet Franc. Especially when it comes from Villány. We're going to have a bottle I'll show you right now.
Okay, yeah.
It's a beautiful label, and it's a beautiful wine, and I'll tell you guys too at the same time. So 100% Cabernet Franc coming from the Ipac Szabó Tince wine cellar, and this is right on the Croatian border, so it's as warm as it gets in Hungary. Our Frizzanta also came from there, but this is like the real thing, and aged in Hungarian oak, 100% Cab Franc. The guy decided to name this wine as Nászút helyett, which is instead of going on honeymoon. Well, you can take this, you can interpret this in many different ways. How creative you are, I leave that up to you.
This isn't from Sex Ed? Sex Hard? Should have been.
So the story is that the winemaker and his wife, newly married, whatever money they got for the wedding and presents and stuff, they didn't spend that on going on an expensive honeymoon. They spent it on buying the land where they started the Cabernet Franc plantations or vineyards, and which is the core of their little estate today. So this paid off. They are still happily married, and we benefit from it.
The translation.
Cabernet Franc, Villány Franc.
Yeah. Thank you.
We're not there yet.
All right, where okay,
yeah,
now.
the point just you see is just now is the creation, creating the. So everything is on the sauce, all the ingredients right there. So try to give a bit of the color, a bit of burn on the skin, stuff like that. So, but at the same time, trying to avoid, of course, burning. So continuously stirring about. Starting to come up the juice of the out of the chicken. So very soon we don't have to worry about that because there will be some liquid underneath. So.
And what are we gonna serve with the chicken paprika?
This is the Hungarian specialty called nokadli. If you know about the German kitchen, that is all about the
spatula, yeah.
That's the same ingredients. So I made before some of kind of this is right here, so you can check. Just mixed up with some butter. So
It looks like it's big. It's like bigger chunks than
because
the.
I make it by my hands.
Ah.
There is some tool you can also make it just even things right here. Tool to make it easily smaller, and even some of used in the restaurants in bigger ones. But I made it this time with my hands. So
Nice.
just chop with the knife. So let's go back to 9. All the chickens right here. So I use chicken thighs because we need some joints, we need some bones, we need some skins. As they say, meat is always sweeter on the bones, right? So this is what we need for the juicy, nice sauce.
Just to let you know,
So-
I've passed up chicken paprikash like 3 times on this trip because I knew we were having it tonight.
All right.
I love it. So,
You
but I was like,
didn't do that, but
I gotta
so.
wait for like the home cooked version.
That was the right decision, I guess. So you see, it's just starting to come in the juice. So very soon we will get some of these orange juice. So don't add too much water. So that's what get a sticky and nice heavy sauce. So and when I will be at that point, we just put a bit of liquid just to cover it and cover it with the lid. Reduce the heat and simmer for 35, 40, 45 minutes, depends on the size. And then there will be some trick at the end to turn percute into paprika. So I will thicken up with some kind of creme fraiche or trifle again.
So all of us need to suffer for at least another 35 to 40 minutes with the smell until we can actually eat this.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll be patient
Yeah.
because it smells damn good.
All right, thanks.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Cool. So guys, we're on the way, so just need to work 35-40 minutes to cook. Sandwich is ready, so I hope you have something to drink in your glasses. You can enjoy that. All the sun's right here. So coming up in the paprikash very soon.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for being here. And in a few minutes we will serve this. And we're also going to post some pictures and more details about this amazing dish that Tamás is making. Don't forget, Budapest is the best spot in Europe. And definitely the best culinary stuff or spot in Eastern Europe. Not even a question. Thank you.